What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a good one. Welcome to our Friday vlogs, and I am so excited to be showing you this one. This one we're going to do a little bit different than what we've done in the past, and I'm honestly kind of excited to see where this change goes. But right now we're going to be discussing some figures, maybe discussing a little bit of Doom, and also focusing on customizing Lobo, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a minute, but I never really had the time to do. So right now we're just kind of painting them up and giving them a fresh coat. While we are here, I would like to ask you if you would so kindly subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. If you don't, that's totally fine. But I'd like to know what your opinions are on some topics, if you guys ever have any, or just on the custom itself. So I am excited to get into this. It has been crazy on, thinking that we're in May already, and yeah, it's my birthday month, and Doom is coming out, and May just seems like it's gonna be nuts. And also SmackDown, oh my gosh, Backlash, it's not SmackDown, Backlash is coming in May as well. There's just so much. So happy May 2nd, since this is coming out on Friday. And also thank you for 666 subscribers, which is why we're going to be discussing Doom in a little bit in this video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Let's take a look at our custom and let's get started. So with customizing Lobo, it's honestly, it was alright to do. I don't know if you guys do remember this figure, but I customized him a while ago, and I added a lot of blood on him, spruced up the skin just a little bit, but as you can see, it's not too bad, but I feel like I could do better. But I decided to, just try my hand at doing something different. I really did like the kind of fake whatever the Supergirl images were, which I believe are AI, but I like the all black look, so I might be going for something like that. Also pay no attention to the background, because I do have Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio 2-pack there. I just bought that, and yeah, it's whatever. But right now I am discussing, taking off things. I had to redo the audio for this little clip because, yeah, for some reason it didn't want to do anything. I don't know, it just sounded weird. So I like doing my audio like this, just kind of pre-record my video and then audio it. But right now I'm just kind of, discussing the basic things on a McFarlane toy. Easy to take apart. I feel like all these McFarlane figures are so easy to take apart that it's really nice to customize, and especially if you're really good at it, unlike me. And but it is nice just to tear these pieces apart. And yeah, as you can see, I think the face was my main thing that I wanted to change, because I did not like how I did the kind of wash. I think I just black shoe polished it, pure black shoe polish, and then rubbed it off as best I could. But yeah, it was okay, but it's not too bad. I like the blood on the shirt. I think that's my favorite part that I might keep for later on. But yeah, I am gonna take everything off, including the hairpiece, the jacket, the legs. It's all gonna be crazy. But right now, he is dismantled. I have dismantled this man, even taking off the hair, like I said. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be using my paints, and I've already started with this leg, just using a black paint. I have been using this type of paint, which is mainly used for Warhammer figures, but I honestly really do like it, so I use it mostly. A couple acrylics as well. But yeah, I decided to start on these and just paint the leg. Nothing crazy, just painting the leg black is basically what I wanted to do. The first thing, my first attempt at painting, which you can see here, I just wanted to do the pants, but I opted for just painting the entire leg black, because yeah, it's just gonna be a blank canvas for right now. But as you can see, I'm trying to be a little careful with not touching the silver and stuff like that. But yeah, in the end, it was no biggie. I mean, it doesn't matter. Of course, when doing paints, I don't have a really good sealer, so of course there's probably going to be some things that do chip, and you're going to see the original paint. There are sealers out there that do work very well, but sadly I don't have any, so he's just going to be kind of stoic as of right now, so nothing crazy. But as you can see, the legs being completely painted black, and yeah, and that's kind of where I just kind of said, whatever, started doing the skull as well. But the thing that I love about Lobo is that he's just so menacing and he's just so cool. I like something about like bounty hunter type characters really do intrigue me, and this one is no exception. I really do like the way that McFarlane did this figure. I know a lot of people really customize the hair piece a lot. They like spiked it up like he does look in the comics. For some reason, I really do like the hair just kind of flowing down. I do like that a little bit more, but he still does look really cool, and I am very happy to own this figure. I'm sure this figure is going to go for a little bit, it's going to be pretty pricey in the future, especially with the new Supergirl movie coming out, and I'm actually very interested to see how Jason Momoa is going to look as Lobo, and I feel like that is a perfect choice for Lobo, to be honest, because he just fits the build really well. Like, I always thought he looked like Lobo, and I don't know, I remember somebody saying that he should play Lobo, and I just like instantly was like, yep, absolutely, he looks like he could play Lobo, and I'm glad that he's actually doing it now. He did great as Aquaman, but I think Lobo would be perfect for him. But yeah, right now I'm just still painting the legs. The legs are completely kind of done on how I wanted them. So now it's on to what people call the diaper, the entire torso piece here, which was kind of a pain. I did pre-install those skulls, like those little chains there. I did pre-install all of those. I believe it was from the Grim Knight I took those from and just glued them onto this version, and you'll be able to see that a little bit more on the torso because I do have Lobo wearing this necklace that has a skull on it. But yeah, it does look pretty cool. It'd be kind of nice to kind of paint that skull like gold or something. That'd be interesting to do, which I might actually do. But right now, just still painting. I'm sure you guys are probably bored of this, so we'll skip ahead just a little bit. So now we're on with just painting the torso completely white. I want to do every skin tone white while doing the clothes and the hair black. Black and white, you know, I just feel like that fits the most. So we're doing the torso. We're going to be doing the arms and the head as well. And it's definitely going to be a fun time. While I was doing this, I was watching a YouTuber. I believe his name is Benix and Co, I believe, but I was just watching him do a Doom Eternal run, and yeah, I had to keep stopping because we were talking about Doom the Dark Ages. But yeah, he was awesome, so he was fun to listen to while I painted this. But everything is almost done. I still got to repaint everything. There's the hair. I completely redid the hair just black instead of having the blue stripes, which a lot of people honestly didn't like, but I honestly did like, so it's whatever. So while waiting for things to dry, I need to find something to review for Wednesday, because I need to figure out, because I have a lot of things that that need to be reviewed, but I just got to figure out. I was planning to do a three character review, but Ahsoka is sadly in storage, so I couldn't do them. But I could have done the Yellow Rabbit from YouTube's. I still have that. There's just so much, and most of the horror things I want to save for, you know, for another day, you know, but I do have this Puppet Master one, which I thought was really cool. There I am. But I thought Puppet Master would be an interesting review, but I honestly don't have too much that I am really wanting to review. I do have these Doom ones, and you know, doing the footage of this, I wasn't thinking that this is Doom month, so I probably might be doing something with those two in the future. And of course, I got Toka and Razar right there, but that was just kind of a little pre-thing to do. But I do have, oh yeah, I missed those. Whoops. So I gotta go and paint those parts there, but also giving this whole entire thing a different coat. And I am super excited just to see how this looks. I'm hoping that it is good. I'm going to be adding some red and some other colors just to kind of make it a less black and white looking. And of course, the silver needs to be added into this whole entire thing. But yeah, doing this was just super fun. I mean, I think painting something as simple as this is pretty relaxing when it's just base colors. But now let's get on to the nitty-gritty and what we're going to be talking about. Now, if you guys have been following the channel for about 4 years now, or maybe even further than that, you know that my love of Doom is eternal. I absolutely love the franchise. I've loved 2016, Eternal, the older games, and now we have Doom the Dark Ages coming out. And I wanted to take a little trip back to the 3 collector's editions, because so far I don't have 2016, but I will maybe one day. I have seen some for pretty good deals, so I might get one just because the Revenant statue does look cool. But Doom the Dark Ages collector's edition is coming, and I just got an announcement that had just shipped, and I'm so excited. That's coming out on May 5th, so I am super excited. That is getting a whole review and maybe a little bit of gameplay, but it won't be like you are used to with gameplay stuff, because I don't have anything to actually record gameplay stuff, but I'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. But right now, I have just been so into Doom right now because the hype is really exciting. You know, during WrestleMania, they showed off the second Doom trailer. They also had one of the Drew McIntyre, I believe. He came out in full like Doom themed armor. It was so cool with the helmet and the shield. That was really cool, and I am so. The hype has just been real, you know? What I wanted to talk about is the 3 collector's editions, because so far I only have one of them, but I'd like to take a trip down memory lane just to kind of freshen our mind to see if this new Doom Eternal or this Doom collectible is worth it and is an upgrade from past collector's editions. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. And also, we just reached 666 subscribers. That's a pretty big number, and an also very evil number, which is why we were talking about the Slayer, so that nothing bad happens. Anyways, I want to start off with 2016. So when it comes to these collector's editions, I believe that every single one of them are pretty cool. 2016 didn't have the most to offer. I think the only things that it did have was the Steelbook and of course the Revenant statue, with maybe some in-game stuff as well. But so far, that Revenant statue is the coolest thing that I have seen. And it's cool that the Dark Ages has brought back that kind of theme a little bit, but this Revenant statue is really cool. I think the detailing on this thing looks awesome, and it does light up, which is really cool. I would love to get this in hand for myself and for my personal Doom collection, but for now, it does look really cool. I love the slashes on the side, and it just looks cool. As far as a first collector's edition goes, this one wasn't too bad. It was pretty decent. You do get a cool statue. I think that was the biggest thing that this whole entire set had. It is really dope. You can get this for a decent price, really. The cheapest I saw it for was $70, which I might actually go for it. It is used. If you want it new, I believe the one I saw was $300. So yeah, definitely go used for this one. But it is a really cool collector's edition for the first game. And FYI, if you do hear noises, they are working outside. But next is my baby, the Doom Eternal collector's edition, which I think is so cool. There was so much stuff to be had with this thing. It comes with the pretty cool poster, which I wish was a little bit more expensive feeling to me. It does come with an awesome steelbook, the little cassette tape, which doesn't really have too much, but it is cool to look at. And you have that really cool book, which I think looks awesome. And then, of course, the biggest thing, you do have your digital content too, but the biggest thing about this collector's edition was that helmet. That helmet was by far the coolest thing that this collector's edition has to offer. And right off the bat, I'm going to say that this is probably the best out of the 3 Doom collector's editions that we have for the main Doom games. And it just looks so cool. Having it in hand is the coolest thing. I love the light up effects. The only thing I wish that it did different was I wish the visor lit up. I think that would have been really cool. But the little red dots that you do see are pretty neat. But everything else is pretty cool. You do get the 1-year pass, I believe. So when the DLCs did drop in the future, you were able to get those for free. And then of course you had the Demonic Slayer skin, which isn't as cool as it's advertised here. And then you got the classic weapons pack, but all of these things in this thing look awesome. I think my only thing that I really didn't care for was the poster. I just wish that was a little bit more expensive looking instead of just a traditional poster feel, but it is really cool. I really do like this collector's edition. It is very nice. I love that helmet, and I really was hoping that Dark Ages had that helmet too, but sadly it did not. That does come separately though. Maybe one day I'll get it, but for the collector's edition of Doom the Dark Ages, this is what we get, and it looks great. I really do like it. You do get the key card replica, and it is really cool that there's 3 different types of things that you can buy. There was like a PC thing, and then there was the helmet that came with the yellow and the blue card, I believe. And this thing comes with the statue, which is the biggest thing that you're gonna want this thing for, and it looks great. I have not seen it in person yet. I would love to when it comes out and I get it in hand. I've only seen maybe a couple images, but I try not to look at them because I want to see it for myself. But you do get some in-game content, mostly in-game content really, but for what you get in physical form, it's pretty cool. You get the key card and the Slayer statue. I think that's pretty cool. The statue, I believe, is the same size as the Revenant, or around that size, which is basically the same size as maybe a Hot Toys figure, I believe, but it does look really cool. You do, of course, get the game. You get 2 skins. You get a DLC, and of course, I believe you get a 2-day early access to the game. I believe that's what it is, but it does look pretty neat. You do get a decent amount, but I wish it was the helmet. I wish they kind of kept that theme, but it's kind of cool that they went back to statue, but it is pretty neat. So now back to our custom. The custom is almost done. I have been grinding the shit out of this thing, and as you can see, we are slowly putting it together, and I'm actually very happy that you know, we actually have this thing together now. I'm just kind of putting it together just to see what it looks like. I don't know, just because I just was curious, so I started putting everything together. Everything is primed and ready for their little coats. The only thing that I'm gonna do differently is just silver. I think that's pretty much it, nothing crazy, but I was thinking about making the undershirt probably like this kind of navy green, I believe, instead of just plain white, just to give it some color. And of course I want to bloody up those little things there, but as you can see, I am gluing the little spots on so I can actually have that jacket on permanently, and that is what we are doing. So I tried to do a little bit of the front and probably a lot on the back as well, because I really need this jacket to stay. But so far, this custom has been fun. I think the biggest thing is going to be doing the face, which there's going to be a lot that I probably won't be able to record because I cannot record for the life of me these small little details. So I'm going to try, and if it doesn't work out, then you won't see it. But yeah, there is the jacket fully placed on, and I am very happy with the way it looks. I really do like the paint I used for the jacket. It was pretty much the same black that I used for the rest of the clothes, but I believe just because it's a different material than the rest, it made that jacket really shine and make it look like a leather jacket, which looks so cool, and I'm very happy with that. So putting on the arms, I really do like the way it looks, and I really do love the black and white look of Lobo. So it is really neat to see this figure like that. I believe we have another Lobo figure that came out a while ago that has a little bit more accurate colors and like the spiky hair, and I believe he comes with his bike too. But honestly, I really love this Lobo, so yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. Now this was definitely the hardest part. I believe if you are any custom McFarlane guy, you know how hard it is to pop those legs back in, because that stupid rubber torso part really likes to fight with you when you're putting these legs in, which is why I had to cut it. But so far, this is what we got, and he looks so cool just being black and white. And of course, he does have his little patches on there. I really didn't want to mess those up, but he does look really cool still. And you can see that there are some splotches of white that I'm gonna need to go over, mainly on the crotch area and on the bootay. So I'm gonna have to go in there and get some black and just kind of touch those up a little bit. But we are almost done, and so far I don't believe I'm going to be able to show the detailing process, but you're about to be surprised. Let's take a look at the final look. And that is it. Now, I am very sorry I wasn't able to get the intricate details of doing the silver and the face and the shirt, but I tried. It just did not work out. But so far, this custom is so good. I am so happy with it. I hope you guys are too. I hope it doesn't look too stupid, but I think it looks awesome. It looks so much better than the original. Toning down the blood, I think, was a huge dub. I think that was a great idea to do for me. So I'm very happy with it. I hope you guys are too. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And remember, if you want to see more customs, leave a like, comment, and let me know what you guys would like to see in the future. But I am very happy. They're doing a lot of stuff outside right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, that's basically all I got for this video. Next Friday will be our first mail time unboxing, and it might be something Doom, and I am very, very excited about that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Welcome to May. I am very excited for May, and yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.